evening and welcome to Friday Night Basketball in the Buckeye Border Conference tonight, coming to you from Stryker, Ohio. Another crucial matchup in conference play tonight. It's the 11-8 Pettisville Blackbirds against the 8-12 Stryker Panthers. The conference records are what we're paying attention to tonight. Pettisville's 5-1. Stryker is 3-3. A Pettisville win tonight means that they can win at least a share of the BBC Championship. North Central also in play tonight to try to get at least a piece of the title. They're hosting Montpelier. Eden is at Fayette tonight. They need to win tonight and then win next week at home against Hilltop to get a piece of the title. So there is that possibility of a three-way champion this season in the BBC. Joining me here for the Overland and Turnbull Funeral Homes pregame show is Adam Gubernath. And Adam, a fun night potentially ahead here tonight because this is not a gimme game. If I'm picking somebody tonight, North Central obviously the easier path. Stryker's dangerous. Stryker is facing one of their big rivals in Pettisville, and if they can't win the title, boy, they'd love to spoil it and make sure Pettisville does not win it.
Absolutely. I was thinking that on the ride over here tonight. This is not a gimme. I mean, of all the games that involve the leaders in the BBC, this is the one that you kind of look at and say, yeah, I can see that could cause Pettisville some problems. You add in the fact, like you said, the rivalry game. Huge crowd, mini cheer night, senior night. There's no place to park anywhere in this community. It's a packed house here tonight. If Stryker gets off to a good start, gets the crowd involved, Pettisville's going to have their hands full.
Word on the street is that this place is so jam-packed, there's confusion on where to go in the building.
How embarrassing was that? Oh, my goodness. I went in a door that I'd never been in before. I was wandering aimlessly. I'm surprised the alarms didn't go off. Thank goodness there's a very nice AD here that led me to my seat.
It was like you were at the Overlook trying to get through the maze outside, but inside here at Stryker.
And this is the true story. I texted Andy. I'm here. I don't know where I am.
Good stuff. Glad to have you here. We know where you're at now in the Big Blue facility here. Stryker and Pettisville. Brian Lempelmeyer and Tyler Willis will join us next for our Brian Ford Lincoln conversation with the head coaches. Stay with us.
At the Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio, we know it's not easy to select a memorial in a time of sorrow. So we invite you to visit us as part of your pre-planning. I'm Sally Jo Metzger. There's no high pressure, and by talking to us now, there's no stress. Just good information for you to make your choice. At Fackler Monument Company, we feature the largest indoor memorial display in the tri-state area. We can even customize a memorial for you. The Fackler Monument Company of Montpelier, Ohio, serving families since 1924.
Even though we don't know what life has in store for our homes or car, we can still prepare. Introducing the Damage Doesn't Have to Be Too Damaging policy from American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly. Contact Danielle Van Atta, agent at 1318 East High Street, Suite A in Bryan, or call 419-636-0408 today. American Family Insurance Company. SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You know where to go when your vehicle has been in an accident, but why should you take that same vehicle to Jason Deeds Collision and Service when you need an oil change, brake job, or any other routine maintenance? It's because Dave Brown and Sam Bailey have 60 years of combined experience diagnosing and repairing domestic, foreign, and classic automobiles. They have a state-of-the-art alignment machine that ensures a perfect alignment every time, and the training and expertise to fix your problem the first time. So whether it's a crash or take your vehicle to Jason Deeds Collision and Service.
Friday night boys basketball here in the BBC, getting ready for this matchup between Pettisville and Stryker, and our Brian Ford Lincoln conversation with Brian Lempelmeyer, head coach of Pettisville. I guess, Brian, before we dive into Stryker, talk a little bit about, from your perspective, the tournament draw for Pettisville.
It's a very competitive district. With Antwerp and Ayersville being the top two seeds, and then I think you go seeds 3 through 8 or 9, a lot of teams with double-digit wins just right there. So extremely competitive, but, we're going to play a familiar opponent in Fayette at Napoleon on a Wednesday in February. So, we're looking forward to the tournament as always, but it's just one of those things. I think there's a lot of teams that, in terms of matchups that can really kind of beat anybody. So I think it's going to be an exciting tournament.
How do you feel like you're playing right now? Give us, I guess, the status of Pettisville basketball coming into this weekend.
I think we've had a few games here. We've had some exciting games. A couple games we've won at the buzzer, and then had a few. I would say maybe a little bit of a letdown. Haven't been off to a good start in a few games, but I think the one thing that our kids are starting to really kind of buy into, or maybe develop, is they're really not giving up, making adjustments, and that's what you have the second half of the year, where you're on film a lot, and now you're getting scouted to where you'd say those first 2.5 weeks of the season, 3 weeks of the season, everybody doesn't really know everybody as well, but now you're starting to get those game plans. And so we talk to our guys a lot about you have to adjust. This is going to get taken away, that, hey, coach, I've done this or that. So that's just probably the biggest thing. It's probably more mental than physical, I think, at this point.
Lep, tell me a little bit about this Stryker team that you're going to face tonight. Scout them for us, if you would.
It's a team that I think that when you watch them play and when they're playing well, they're getting easy baskets. And what I mean by easy baskets, they're pushing the basketball in transition, getting some turnovers, getting shots at the rim. So I think that's one thing that you look at, and then they try to get you in mismatches. They a lot of ball screen action and some of the actions that they do in the half court, and then just trying to get that basketball deep into the lane for a high percentage shot. And then they have guys that can stretch the floor and hit the three. So it's a little bit of inside, outside, full court. Kind of a complete package there that really kind of has us worried.
In control of your own BBC destiny, a win tonight and you share a championship. So obviously a pretty important game for you guys tonight, and you'd love to have that conference title in any way, shape, or form back in Pettisville.
That's correct. I think our guys, we had the loss to North Central at home. That put us in a situation where we had to fight, and we've been doing that. So, I think going on the road at Stryker, and our guys know that one, it's a big game at Stryker. A share of the league title is on the line. So, we just have to go in there and make sure. And I think getting off to a good start, we've had a couple games here that I just don't think that we've been focused on either end of the floor, and we just have to make sure that we step on that floor and we're ready to go. But I think the atmosphere at Stryker, our crowd, their crowd, what's at stake, I think is really just going to, kind of hopefully bring that out in our guys, that, there doesn't have to be a lot to be said to get up for this game.
Thanks for the time, Brian. Best of luck against Stryker tonight in this BBC matchup.
Thank you.
Your home is the one place where everything should be perfect, including your air. Stark's Plumbing and Heating Services helps you achieve the perfect air you deserve with reliable, groundbreaking, award-winning Lennox products. Call Stark's Plumbing and Heating Services and see how soon you can get a Lennox home comfort system that'll help improve your health and your mood. It doesn't get any more perfect than that. Call us today at 1-800-329-4040 or visit us at starksphs.com.
Willis Electric takes pride in doing electrical work for residential, commercial, and industrial settings. They're ready to complete any job you have, big or small. They do it all. Give Willis Electric a call at 428-3161 for your next electrical job. They'll do it fast, and they'll do it right the first time. They're located 5 miles south of Stryker at the intersection of State Route 191 and US 6. Willis Electric takes pride in their service and also takes pride in supporting the Stryker Panthers. Good luck, Panthers. Have you heard of Alton Lowe Brink & Company?
What?
Have you heard of Alton Lowe Brink & Company?
Sorry, could you say that one more time, only slower?
Alton Lowe Brink & Company, or sometimes it's known under the brand names of TrueFast and Spax.
Not really. What is it?
Alton Lowe Brink & Company is a well-known fastener manufacturer. It's a family-owned business that's been around for nearly 200 years that cares about their employees and invests in the local community. They just added a 65,000 square foot expansion to their Pioneer location. If you want to learn more about the company or employment opportunities, visit altonlow.us. That's ALTENLOH.us.
Friday night basketball in the BBC, Pettisville and Stryker, and our Brian Ford Lincoln conversation with Stryker head coach Tyler Willis. Is good a place to begin, Tyler, is to discuss the Stryker tournament draw. Tell us what that looks like from your perspective, if you would.
Well, we didn't have a lot of choices, being with our record, but we were fifth from the last, so we had a couple decisions to make, and the coaches and I were in the meeting room together when it came to our name, and we picked Emmanuel Christian, and not for any reason. We had a couple other choices, but we just thought that side, let's pick a team that our kids don't know and doesn't know us very well, and let's see. Usually our players, it just seems like if we don't know a team very well, they just go out there and play basketball. They don't think too much about it. And they play better. So that was a little bit part of it. And, that side of the bracket is the Antwerp side. But, if we can, we're all about can we get to the districts. And that side just looked like a better route maybe to get to the districts. And, that could backfire on me. But, us coaches thought that was the best option for the kids that we have. And that's the decision we made. So.
Tyler, as you get here into the late stages of this regular season, where is Stryker basketball at? I mean, every coach wants to be playing their best basketball. Do you feel like either A, you're there, or B, getting there? Or I know it's showing flashes, but developing that consistency, is that still a theme?
Yeah, I think we're very close to being there. There's always obviously games that you struggle with, and you're not mentally there, but from the day one till now, our two sophomore guards and Michael Donovan and Jake Scott have grown so much, and they really have started playing so much better the late part of the season, and even Peyton Chikoffy, first year varsity basketball player, he has really expanded and started to learn things. So yeah, I think we're very close to being there, exactly where we want to be at this time of the year, and we have a little less than 2 weeks before our first tournament game, which is what we're focused on the most. And, so we still have room to grow and room to get better. But, mentally, I think that they're there. They understand what the little things that we need to do right and what we've been doing to get better. And that Ayersville game that we had on Saturday was a really good barometer of where we are and how good we can play.
All right. Tonight, Pettisville. Scout the Blackbirds for us, if you would, Tyler.
Well, they're very, very disciplined. They do a lot of good things. Their guards, there's no one that's out there that's going to be flashy, that's going to, go for 25, 30 points, but they are all consistent. They do not turn the ball over. They're very good defensively. They're a well-rounded team guard-wise. And then, when you have, 6'7" Jacoby in the middle, they can do so many things. And he's been bringing the ball up for them more and being on the perimeter, helping them, with their offense and then going and post it up. They're a tough matchup for a lot of teams with having a 6'7" guy. Now we can match up with him, but he's very skilled down low. So we just got to make sure that we do have the help and try not to let him get it as much and don't let him get it as low. But understanding that the guards, they have plenty of guards that can shoot it, and they're very capable of taking it to the hole and scoring on you. So, tonight it's going to be all about keeping them out of the paint as much as possible, making sure we have hands up for the shooters. And then, their sophomore guard, Ripke, he can light it up from outside if you do not have a person on him.
Now, Tyler, I know you'd love to be in their position playing for an opportunity to get a piece of a conference championship, but I have to believe, and I'll let you talk about it, the next best thing as a Stryker guy and the Stryker coach in playing Pettisville is if you can't be the team that's going to win a championship or have a shot at it, maybe the next best thing is keep Pettisville from winning, especially on your home floor. I got to believe that's kind of a thought process.
It definitely is. Yeah, we want to spoil it, and we don't want pictures taken in our home court with them winning the BBC. And so that's obviously been a focus, and the kids know that. And we know that they're going to come out, obviously with some fire because they have that chance, and we don't. And, my job as a coach and as the players is to make sure that we're up for it just as much as they are because, this is our home court, and it's going to be a great atmosphere with a lot of fans in the stands, and we just got to play the spoiler. And also, we could have a chance to play them again in sectional finals. So let's make sure that we're playing our best basketball and are able to, pull out the victory tonight.
Tyler, thanks for the time here. Good luck against Pettisville tonight on your senior night.
Yeah, I appreciate it, Andy. Thank you.
When you're in need of a new appliance, go to your local appliance dealer, Direct Link Appliance and Hardware in Bryan. They carry new, used, and scratch and dent appliances. They carry the brands you need: Speed Queen, Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Amana, and GE. Many in stock for you to take home today. Then, when you have something wrong in years to come, Direct Link will also service everything. No need to call that 800 number and talk to someone you don't know. Just call Direct Link at 419-636-4541, and they'll be out to fix it for you, whether it's under warranty or not. Direct Link Appliance and Hardware in Bryan, your local appliance dealer.
Tired of paying rent? Are you ready for a home of your own? Then call Misty King of Amerimaid Realty. Misty has a new listing on Sycamore Lane in Bona Vesta. This 3-bedroom, 1.5-bath home features a 1-story design, a spacious living room, a large fenced-in backyard, and roomy garage. Some updates have also been done as well. Listed for only $134,900, this one is also affordable. Phone Misty today at 419-633-4997. Misty King of Amerimaid Realty, your hometown real estate pro.
Camco Industries, with facilities located in West Unity, Ohio and Morenci, Michigan, has openings on all 3 shifts for production and assembly operators. We manufacture interior plastic products for the automotive industry. As an operator, you will be required to visually inspect, trim, assemble, and pack parts, as well as label containers. You must be able to pass an entry-level test and a substance abuse test. Camco also has openings for shipping associates, material handlers, and production leads. Camco offers a complete benefit package along with a bonus for the successful completion of probationary status, an attendance bonus, and a referral bonus. If you would like to join our team, please complete an application online at www.kumi-na.com or in person at Camco, 1001 East Jackson Street, West Unity, Ohio, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. All rehires will be considered for employment.
They were once in a car seat. Now they're in the driver's seat. Having a teen driver is scary enough without the added cost to insure them. Let us help you ease your fears and save money with the Teen Smart Driver Safety Program from the Central Insurance Companies. Teen Smart's the most proven driver crash reduction program ever developed. When your teen driver enrolls in and completes the course, you can save hundreds of dollars on your Central auto policy. Call Andrews O'Neill & Lowe today to learn more about this smart way to save money. With offices in Archbold, Bryan, and Wasion, or you can find us online at andrewsoneillandlowe.com.
February means cold days and nights and snow flying. So head to Donaldson's Ace Hardware on Union Street in Bryan to help warm you up. At Donaldson's, you'll find all types and styles of electric heaters to take the chill off. While you're there, check out all of their other deals this month, like the Craftsman 9-gallon wet dry back, bird food, hand tools, power tools, and of course, Clark & Kensington paint and Zinsser 123 primer. They also have salt for your sidewalks and softeners. Everything you need at Donaldson's Ace Hardware on Union Street in Bryan. Ace, the helpful place. Let's meet the lineups for this matchup tonight for the Pettisville Blackbirds. By the way, your starting lineups brought to you by Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier. For Pettisville, it'll be Zakai Kaufman, a 5'9 senior, Joey Ripke, a 6'4 sophomore, Sean Adkins, a 5'11 junior, Jarrett Beck, a 5'11 junior, and Caden Jacoby, a 6'8" junior.
For the Stryker Panthers and their head coach Tyler Willis on senior night, getting the start, Blaze Campbell, a 6'4 senior, Tavon Harris, a 6'2 senior, and Peyton Shikopi, a 6'3 senior. Joining them in the starting lineup, Jacob Cadwell, a 6' sophomore, and Levi Barnum, the 6'4 junior.
And those are your starting lineups. They're brought to you by Fackler Monument Company in downtown Montpelier for the Tri-State's best selection of monuments. Fackler Monument Company in downtown Montpelier. By the way, they're doing some showroom renovations I saw there, so they're going to be closed next week as they start working on the interior, but you still can reach out. They'll be answering calls, emails, that sort of thing at Fackler Monument Company. The officials working the game tonight who have their eyes on the game, presented by the Tri-State Vision Center, and I have 2 of the 3 now because the third name that I was given, that's not him. So he's not here. It was supposed to be Mike Basinger, but that is not Mike Basinger here in the gym. The other 2
he may be wandering the halls, to be fair, Andy.
I've heard that this, as we said, is a tough area.
Sorry about that.
Asa Donaldson and Josh Crossgrove are 2 of the 3 officials working the game tonight. For all of your eye care needs and eye care visits, Tri-State Vision Center of Northwest Ohio. We'll be back in a moment.
These seasons will be changing soon, and that means Elian's Boutique and the Maddox Men's Emporium will be featuring a plethora of new items. From men's and women's apparel to purses and accessories, new infant apparel and accessories, even new items in their pet boutique. But that's not all. Elian's and the Maddox Men's Emporium also have new hot sauces, jerk sauces, new Bloody Mary mixes, new sweet treats, and more. So for all your shopping needs, stop by Elian's Boutique and the Maddox Men's Emporium on the east side of the square in downtown Bryan. Open Monday through Friday 10 to 6, Saturday 10 to 5. Elian's and the Maddox Men's Emporium, your shopping destination in Northwest Ohio.
Financial health doesn't have to be complicated. At Midwest Community Federal Credit Union, we like to make it simple. That's why we offer free financial health checkups designed just for you. Our team of financial wellness coaches will help you create and simplify your plan, no matter how complicated life gets. Head to MidwestCommunity.org so you can get started today.
The Pettisville Athletic Boosters would like to take this opportunity to wish Pettisville the best of luck in tonight's game. The Pettisville Athletic Boosters understands all of the hard work and commitment of all of the area athletes, especially those at Pettisville. The Pettisville Athletic Boosters. If you'd like to become a member today, contact a booster member. The Pettisville Athletic Boosters, supporting every athlete in every sport at Pettisville High School and Junior High. The Pettisville Athletic Boosters saying, good luck, Pettisville, tonight. All right, let's dive into some keys tonight. Let's start with Stryker, Adam. How do they spoil the party tonight that Pettisville would love to have?
Well, they're the loose team. You would think they have really nothing to lose. They've got the big crowd here tonight. They're the team that can, as you said, pull the rugs out from Pettisville as far as the league title is concerned. Let's hit some shots early. Let's go up to good. Let's keep the crowd in the game. Let's play with emotion. Let's play with passion. They can play inside-outside basketball. What I mean by that is they're not afraid to go inside. We've seen it time and time again. So many teams, I think, when they play Pettisville, they avoid going inside because Jacoby's such a force. Why not go after him here tonight? Let's make him defend us because they can put a couple of bodies on him out there. I'd like to see Stryker kind of pound it in and see what they can do here tonight.
And one of the few teams that has somebody close in size in Juilliard that can match up with Caden Jacoby. How about for Brian Lumpelmeyer tonight, Adam? How do they get a share of the title here on the road?
They're going to have to stick together. Hostile environment on the road, so what do you need to do? You need to have good possessions that end with a good shot. Keep your turnovers down. I think everything needs to run through Jacoby offensively. If Stryker's going to pay a lot of attention to him, that's going to open up things on the perimeter. I'd like to see him get a touch. Try to establish him early. We've seen Pettisville earlier this year. Just one of those teams that once they get on a roll and start playing the way that they want to, they'll be all right.
So, records coming in. We're just going to focus right now as we tell you. BBC, Pettisville 5-1, Stryker 3-3. A Pettisville win, they have wrapped up at least a share of the conference title tonight. A Stryker win would spoil that. It wouldn't necessarily knock Pettisville completely out because North Central and Eaton are still playing games, but you don't anticipate that scenario. But
this time of the season, you can't afford a league loss if you're hoping for a title.
You're right. Pettisville in the all-black uniforms except for the white numbers and yellow trim. Stryker in their home whites with the blue numbers and lettering, and it will be Stryker that wins the opening tip. They'll move right to left with a basketball. It's Jacob Cadwell over to the right side of the floor to Tavon Harris. Pettisville is man-to-man. Shuffle it off now to Barnum. Barnum on the wing, back to Cadwell. Cadwell to the left side on the wing to Shikoffy. He'll give it up to Harris. Harris throws a skip pass over to the right wing. Cadwell launches a three. It's no good. Rebound on the weak side to Caden Jacoby. Close to a double-double on the season is what he averages. Just a couple of rebounds shy of the double-double. Here's Joey Ripke. Flips it back out in front now to Jarrett Beck. Beck over to Sean Adkins. Adkins to Zakai Kaufman. Right wing to Ripke. Down low to an open Jacoby. Off glass and too easy for the first two of the night.
I love the way the young Ripke, the sophomore, plays. He can do a little bit of everything. Great passer, as you saw right there.
Between the circle dribble, it's Cadwell. Senior night tonight here at Stryker, by the way. High right side with it is Barnum. Barnum hands it off now to Tavon Harris. Harris over to the right side baseline. Taken away by Joey Ripke. He'll flip it out now to Jacob Cadwell. You may have heard Brian Leppelmeyer say the start tonight is something he was looking forward to his team being better at. They haven't been very good at starts to games here in the last handful. Near turnover, that time forced by Pettisville, but Stryker will keep it.
And again, with the done games, how many years? I mean, it's not difficult to figure out. When you're the road team in a hostile environment, get off to a good start, crowd suddenly loses a little bit of their gumption.
Blaze Campbell, who got the senior night start, will take a seat, replaced by Michael Donovan, the normal fifth starter. Shikoffy shifts it left side over to Donovan. Donovan on the elbow, pass deflected, and a save on that far side by Jarrett Beck. Gives to Kaufman. He races ahead, and then the jump stop and a foul on Harris. Did he call intentional?
I think he started to, but I think
okay.
I think we're okay. I think he started to, but then realized there was nothing intentional about that.
No, nothing at all.
What a play by Beck saving that. Everyone else giving up on it. He just went after it.
Inbounds to Jacoby, and on the shot fake, he got Shikoffy off his feet. He got Barnum off his feet. And that foul will go on Levi Barnum, his first of the evening.
You know, if you're Tyler Willis, you have 2, maybe 3 that you can put down there. You almost look at it as 15 fouls to put up against Jacoby here tonight.
Swing it in and around to the horn to Jarrett Beck. Beck's pass deflected away by Barnum. Collides with Ripke. Out of bounds off Joey Ripke. Stryker basketball. So we know Stryker was going to come to play tonight. It's Pettisville. It's home. It's senior night. But you need any more evidence? One of Swanton's losses this year, top 10 team in Division III, is against this Stryker team.
Exactly. They're more than capable of playing exceptionally well here tonight.
Harris for 3 off the iron, no good. Rebound and traffic on Shikoffy, and he's going to be it's going to be a jump ball called in the painted area as he was going back up with it. So the arrow favors the Pettisville Blackbirds.
That's still encouraging, I think, for Tyler Willis to see his kids in there fighting the 6'8 Jacoby for that offensive rebound.
Zakai Kaufman left to right, sends it around to Sean Adkins. Adkins over to Beck. Beck top of the key to Jacoby. Right point now to Joey Ripke. Ripke to Kaufman. Man-to-man look defensively from both teams. Here's Beck on the elbow. Rotates it to Ripke. Shot fake, dribble drive, a couple steps below the foul line. Wanted to go up and under, now drops it off to Jacoby. Jump hook, turnaround, no good. Rebound to Tavon Harris for Stryker. 5.5-minute mark of the first. It's 2-0. Pettisville with the lead. On the attack is Donovan. Donovan loops it to the right over to Barnum. Barnum now in the lane below the foul line, goes to Donovan. Barnum to Donovan. Donovan, no more dribble. Bounces it out, and a traveling call on Donovan, who shifted pivot feet.
Well, it'll go down as a turnover on Stryker. It won't be an assist or anything like that, but you give one to Caden Jacoby because he was just standing there by the rim, and there was no way that they were going to go after him that time.
Here's Kaufman with a trap coming. Lost his footing. Barnum knocked it out of bounds, though, and it will remain Pettisville ball. There's a quarter in the books in the GMC. Antwerp, new number 1 in the state. They lead Paulding 19-2 after one. See Antwerp tomorrow night in that return trip to Eden. They played in Eden in the 49 championship game just after Christmas. Jacoby sets a high ball screen, rolls, but Ripke's left alone. He'll pull the trigger on a 3, no good. Harris rips down the rebound for Stryker, and then his outlet pass is too tall for Cadwell and sails into the Stryker student body.
Now, those are the ones that make Tyler Willis go gray a lot sooner than God intended him to, because that's just nothing more than a giveaway.
Oh, and an errant turnover there forced. May have gotten a deflection. It ends up in Donovan's hands, and he lays it in.
Well, as self-inflicted the Stryker turnover was, Pettisville says, I see you, and I'll raise you one.
2-2. Off the left side, Caden Jacoby. Inside on the low square, rejected. Got his own miss and powers it back up and in. Both field goals for Pettisville belong to Caden Jacoby. Top of the key going right side. Dribble handoff. Barnum gives it up to Cadwell. Cadwell, pick and roll for Shikoffy. Didn't see him. Cadwell takes the jumper, rattles it home from the foul line. 4-4 game coming down on the 4-minute mark left in quarter number 1. Left point, it's Jarrett Beck. Beck around to the right side, gives it up to Ripke. Ripke picked up by Tavon Harris. Ripke gets a screen from Jacoby. Continues on that right side of the floor. Jacoby sealing off his defender, wanted the basketball, they missed him. Now the baseline, Adkins has it. Adkins, top of the circle to Jacoby, or to Ripke. Ripke puts it on the deck, on the elbow. Pretty spin move, little step through the paint. No. Jacoby tried to get the offensive rebound, unable to do so. And now Stryker with a defensive board coming the other way, hunting their first lead of the night. Harris in the lane. Harris, strong move. And what do we have? Foul on Joey Ripke.
Well, Tavon Harris initiated about 99.9% of that contact. He was going to the basket, and Ripke 6'4", Jacoby 6'8". They were waiting for him, but he was more physical, and there you go.
Elijah Juilliard, the 6'6" kid off the bench, comes in, and off the inbounds, a little kiss off the glass for Michael Donovan, who banks it home for Stryker's first lead of the night. 6'4" Panthers. Right point, Sean Adkins, guarded by Cadwell. He gives to Jacoby. Stryker has hit their last 3 from the field. They're 3 for 5 to start this game. 3 minutes to go in the quarter. Here's Beck. Dribble penetration right side. He tries to go glass. It won't go. Rebound to Juilliard. Outlet now to Cadwell. Good transition D, though, by Pettisville. He'll give it up to Barnum. Barnum high on the right on the dribble near the volleyball spiking line. Gets a high screen from Shikoffy. Continues to attack. Barnum flips it in off glass. I think Pettisville may have even got a piece of that.
I think they did. Not afraid of those 6'4", 6'8" arms in his path.
6 unanswered points by Stryker. They have an 8-4 lead at the 2.5-minute mark in the first. Here's Zakai Kaufman over to Joey Ripke. Setting a screen for Hennes Adkins at the elbow. It was a pick and pop, but instead they'll rotate it to Jacoby. Now to Kaufman. Kaufman on the wing. Feathers it back now to Jacoby. Jacoby backdoor cut, wanted Kaufman. It was taken away. Now Beck launches a 3 in and out, no good. Rebound goes to Stryker. Here's Cadwell pushing. Cadwell to the left side to Barnum. Down low to a wide open Juilliard, and then late, here comes the rim protector, Jacoby, to get the block shot, but right back to Stryker. Fadeaway, Barnum, beg your pardon. Levi Barnum on the fadeaway. It's good, and a 30-second timeout, Pettisville. 10-4 Panthers, 8-0 run. We'll be back in 30.
Jason Deach Collision and Customs is Northwest Ohio's largest trailer dealer with over 300 trailers in stock, from 53-foot race trailers and custom toter homes to open deck car trailers, dump trailers, landscape trailers, and equipment trailers. But they don't just sell trailers, they service them. Add options and do repairs on any brand. Because they're racers themselves, they know how to build the trailer right for your racing needs. Stop by their Edgerton location or shop 24/7 at jasondeachtrailersales.com. If you can dream it, they can build it at Jason Deach Collision and Customs.
NWOAL after 1, Wasion 8, Delta 6. Napoleon leads BG 11-10 at the end of 1. And Antwerp at the half absolutely obliterating Paulding 34-7 at halftime. And my source there says, if you can imagine this, it's worse than the score.
Yikes.
And that's 27. I mean, I'm not a math major, but that's 27.
The score's pretty bad itself.
Yeah. So Brian Leppelmeyer finds himself in a 10-4 hole here. What did he spend his most time, you think, talking to his kids about what they're not doing well right now?
I think help defense, especially when they're trying to get a rebound. Credit Stryker, and that's what I meant, going inside and challenging Jacoby. He got the initial block shot. Everyone's watching it. Stryker has guys that are filling, that are crashing the boards. They get an offensive rebound, get another crack at it, and they take advantage. I think he's trying to clean things up defensively right now.
Pettisville trying to get some dribble penetration against this man-to-man. Not happening. Now they're trying to swing it around. Jacoby gets a touch. 3 Panthers go get him, and they're going to make him give it up, and he does. To Ripke. Around to Zakai Kaufman. 50 seconds to go in the quarter. Here's Jacoby, high post. Over to Ripke. Nice shot fake. Pull up 15-footer in and out. No good. And the rebound to Stryker. Pettisville has come up empty their last 4 trips.
Getting nothing on the offensive glass.
To the left it goes to Donovan. Good offensive start for him. Donovan swings it to Barnum, down to Juilliard. Juilliard, nice move. Turnaround, won't drop in. And on the rebound, it's deflected away by Pettisville and knocked out of bounds.
Peyton Shikoffy got his hands on an offensive rebound and lost it out of bounds, but it'll stay with them. But again, I love it. If you're a Stryker Panther fan, they're going right at the bigs. I mean, Pettisville again, 6'4", 6'8" on that front line. Stryker, no fear here tonight.
Donovan wanted a backside look. Instead goes to his safety valve, Mateo Villanueva, who's in for the first time. Meanwhile, Tavon Harris returns as well. Here's Donovan, top of the key. 20 seconds left in the quarter and counting. 10-4 Stryker. Stryker has scored the last 8. Here's Donovan near midcourt. Donovan trying to shed his defender. Donovan angling right with 7, with 6 to Harris for 3. No good. Rebound, though, offensively, and then Stryker gives it up. Here's Ripke from half court, and that's no good. That'll wrap up one quarter of basketball. 10-4 Stryker. Good start for the Panthers. Back for quarter 2 in a moment.
At the Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio, we know it's not easy to select a memorial in a time of sorrow. So we invite you to visit us as part of your pre-planning. I'm Sally Jo Metzger. There's no high pressure, and by talking to us now, there's no stress. Just good information for you to make your choice. At Fackler Monument Company, we feature the largest indoor memorial display in the tri-state area. We can even customize a memorial for you. The Fackler Monument Company of Montpelier, Ohio, serving families since 1924.
When you're inside this winter, you want to not only be warm, but also have great indoor air quality. Well, Stark's Plumbing and Heating Services features it all with Lennox and iWave. iWave safely treats the air throughout your home, plus kills mold, bacteria, and viruses. It also reduces odors from pets and cooking, reduces allergens, smoke, static electricity, and dust in the air. And best of all, no maintenance, no bulb, no other parts to replace. Check out Starks celebrating their 50th anniversary at starksphs.com or phone toll-free 1-800-329-4040.
Halftime in the NWOAL, Wasion 23, Delta 15. Here, end of one, 10-4 Stryker, and they have the opening possession of quarter 2 against this Pettisville man-to-man. Here's Cadwell out in front with the basketball. Bounce pass right side off the fingertips of Tavon Harris and out of bounds to Pettisville. Joey Ripke, Zakai Kaufman. This is not a deep Pettisville team. They listed 3 kids off the bench, so that's 8, and that's probably pushing it. I'd say more comfortable with 7. Jacoby has all 4 Pettisville points. He splits a double team and is fouled on his way up. Take your pick, Juilliard or Cadwell.
I think they'll get the one that grabbed his jersey when he went up. The 34 just kind of flattened out a little bit. What you'd like to see, if you're Coach Leppelmeyer, is when Jacoby gets the ball in the low post, Stryker's doing everything they can. They're double teaming, even triple teaming at times. I think you'd like to see him be a little more quick and a little more decisive with the basketball. He's kind of waiting. It comes, and then he's trapped when he anticipates it and sees it coming, then reverse it.
And
catch him off guard.
Hit 1 of 2 free throws. He's a 58% free throw shooter on the team. 15 points, 9 rebounds a game. Jarrett Beck, their only other double-digit a game scorer at 11. They only score 43 a game. Backdoor, Cadwell lays it home.
How much of the Stryker offense so far here tonight, Andy, has been right at the basket in the paint area, attacking?
They're now 6 of 11 from the field, while Pettisville 2 of 10 shooting here to start this one.
And a +8 advantage for the Panthers on the boards in the first quarter.
12-5, biggest lead of the night, and now stumbling a bit, and they're going to say Juilliard helped him, or is it Villanueva helped him? Both of them did, and they're going to give the foul to Villanueva, his first, as Jacoby went to the floor. That's 14 fouls on Stryker, 1 on Pettisville here in this first half thus far.
Well, I guarantee this isn't the first time that a team has been physical with Caden Jacoby. He's seen it before. I can guarantee you that. How he handles this going forward, Strikers, they're throwing bodies at him whenever he gets, even when he's going from flashing from one side to the other, they're putting hands on him, they're bodying him up.
He is so long and wiry. I mean, that's the next step in his evolution is develop an outside game consistently and add a lot more meat to that frame. Gideon Myers in, by the way, for the first time. Jarrett Beck with a catch and release down off that left side, able to knock one in and a much-needed basket for Pettisville. 12-7 Stryker on the Andres Onilino scoreboard. Stryker shifts it from left to right. It's over to Donovan from Harris. Donovan on the right side wing. Donovan attacks below the foul line. Dumps it left now to Cadwell. Cadwell, pretty spin, fades, fires, scores. Confident Jacob Cadwell right now.
That's a good way to describe it as he went into that spin and fade away. Wow.
14-7 Stryker. They have doubled up the Birds. Here's Gideon Myers over to Joey Ripke. Thought about the three. Now Ripke to the foul line to the left point. Zakai Kaufman will take that three. No, it actually hit iron, the back of the iron, and then bounced up off the hanging wire, the support on that backboard, and that becomes a dead ball, so it's Stryker possession.
Andy, I'll be the first to admit my stats aren't always the most accurate. I try to do the best I can, but we're 10 minutes into this game. I only have Pettisville down for 2 rebounds so far in this game, both by Caden Jacoby.
That's pretty incredible. After one, Evergreen pounding Bryan 25-9 as a foul's going to be called on Zakai Kaufman as Cadwell was going to his move, and he'll get a couple of free throws. And at the end of one, Swanton on top of Archibald 12-5 in the NWOAL.
It's a potential tournament matchup if things would unfold a certain way.
And this is a potential one that would happen in the sectional final.
Absolutely.
They both need to win opening round games. Cadwell hits the free throw. Cadwell, a 50% free throw shooter. He is above his average right now. He scores 6 a game and is at 7.
Confident young man right now.
It's 1 of 2. Jacoby soars and swoops the rebound down. Here's Ripke out top side to Kaufman. Kaufman shifts it left to Myers. Gideon Myers from the wing. He'll stroke a 3. Off the heel, no good. Rebound to Tavon Harris. Harris will bring it himself. Remember, a Pettisville win tonight means they would wrap up a share of a BBC title at least. Trailing by 8 here. Pettisville, or Stryker, I should say, wants to be above 500 in the conference. They would do that with a win tonight. Left elbow, Shikoffy. Wanted high-low, gets it to Barnum. Barnum inside, and a foul on the help on Jacoby. And Caden Jacoby will collect his first, and Levi Barnum now will step to the line. Well, tomorrow, doubleheader basketball. It's a makeup game in the afternoon, Eden at North Central. And then tomorrow night, number 1 Antwerp rolling tonight already. They'll be in Eden tomorrow evening for that rematch, as we mentioned earlier. Pettisville will get Fayette in the opening round of sectional play over in Napoleon. Stryker playing Emmanuel Christian, and will there be a Jerry Easter in that tournament game? That's still to be determined. The best freshman in the state of Ohio.
Great little mini bracket amongst the district right there, all 4 of those teams.
16-7, 1 of 2 for Barnum. Stryker now 2 of 4 at the foul line. Below the free throw line is Jarrett Beck. He'll give it up now to Sean Adkins. Adkins top of the circle. Swing it left to Kaufman. On the wing now to Beck. Beck on the runner in the paint. No. Rebound tip that comes right back to Beck. Put back is no good. And now lost going up with it. Jarrett Beck had it ripped away, and it sails out of bounds off Tavon Harris. Villanueva and Juilliard for Harris, and Donovan for Stryker. 16-7 Panthers, 4:55 left, first half of basketball on our Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. Kaufman lobs it in the corner to Jacoby. Jacoby bounced pass to Ripke, who has been held scoreless. Only Beck and Jacoby have scored tonight for Pettisville. Only 3 kids have scored for Stryker. Donovan, Cadwell, and Barnum, and a foul on Shikoffy, trying to get to that quarter denial position to deny Jacoby the basketball.
But again, you can still see what the Panthers are trying to do defensively. Anytime Jacoby's even coming close to getting his hands on the ball, they're consistently bringing someone over to help double. We've even seen triple teams here tonight.
Here's Jacoby, low on the left block. Little jump hook is not going to go. Rebound on a loose ball to Cadwell. Stryker has seen Pettisville go 1 of 5, 1 of 6 to start this second quarter after a 2 for 10. Off glass, Juilliard no good. Defensive rebound, loose ball, Kaufman on the push. Stryker back in transition though. Kaufman to Ripke, around it goes to Beck. Beck into the corner, down to Jacoby. Jacoby, double and triple on him. Flips it out on the wing to Kaufman. 16-7. Back now, Joey Ripke throws up a 12-footer and buries it. So Ripke gets Pettisville to within 7. It's 16-9. Both teams have been manned from the get-go. Barnum top the circle. Barnum gets a shield from Juilliard. Goes right. Little jump hook, no good. Rebound to Beck. Beck wants to go in a hurry. Beck in the lane, jump stop, tied up by Villanueva. Great defense. It won't be a turnover because the arrow favors Pettisville. Napoleon leads Bowling Green at halftime in the NLL 28-26.
Important league games this time of the year. One more week of the regular season next week, and then that's it.
Inbounds, there is another turnaround by Jacoby, and that one won't fall. Off the board, it's Stryker possession. Top of the key, to the left it goes Barnum, now to Villanueva. Villanueva on the wing. Throws it back out in front now to Barnum. Barnum on the high right on the dribble. Barnum comes back on a chest pass to Villanueva. Now to Juilliard. Juilliard to Barnum on the wing. 16-9. A runner by Barnum is good. Going left, came back across his body.
Strong move to the basket.
7 for Levi Barnum. Jumper from Ripke for 3.
It's got to be an encouraging sign for Coach Leppelmeyer. See young Joey Ripke start to heat up a little bit.
18-12 Stryker. 2:50 and rolling to play. First half of basketball. A half that's had pretty good pace to it. Shikoffy. Left point. Throws it over to Juilliard. Juilliard back for Shikoffy. Wasn't there. Intercepted by Ripke. Tried to force something that wasn't there. Now here comes Zakai Kaufman across the timeline to Ripke. Ripke down low, threw it on the wrong shoulder to Jacoby. It was intercepted by Barnum. And then a foul, a frustration foul on Joey Ripke, and that's his second foul.
Yeah, you saw the same thing I did, and I think the same thing that the Pettisville coaching staff did, that entry pass. It was Jacoby had his defender sealed off just nicely, but the pass went to the wrong shoulder, and it allowed him to get his hand in there, knocked it away, and make matters even worse. Then you get caught for a silly foul trying to make amends.
Ottawa Glandorf 25, Defiance 22. An OG win means they win the title tonight. A Defiance, no, they would pull into a tie because Defiance has, yes.
The one league loss.
Yep. So big matchup there happening in the WBL. Here's Donovan, who just returned along with Harris. Gives it to Barnum. Barnum going right, pick and roll. They miss Shikoffy. He's still open. Now they get it to him inside. Wrap around. Too unselfish. Wanted to get a cutting Villanueva. Timeout Stryker. 1:53 left in the half. 18-12 Panthers. Will be back in 30.
Willis Electric takes pride in doing electrical work for residential, commercial, and industrial settings. They're ready to complete any job you have, big or small. They do it all. Give Willis Electric a call at 428-3161 for your next electrical job. They'll do it fast and they'll do it right the first time. They're located 5 miles south of Stryker at the intersection of State Route 191 and US 6. Willis Electric takes pride in their service and also takes pride in supporting the Stryker Panthers. Good luck, Panthers.
Tape it off.
So a late second quarter, late in the halftime out by Tyler Willis here, Adam. Reasoning?
Well, they're up 6 and they played very well. I think the last thing he wants to do is let this lead kind of get away over the last minute 53. They got what they wanted the last time. You mentioned it perfectly. They just were late and they missed the cutter. They got Jacoby out on a screen and roll and he got caught at the top of the key. There was no one in the paint. The pass just came way too late.
Here is Pettisville with the basketball. Zakai Kaufman out of the timeout. Bounce pass. They have left Ripke out there with the 2 fouls. Joey Ripke on the left wing. Tosses it out in front now to Adkins. Around to the right point to Beck. Beck into the paint. A little contact with Villanueva, but play on. Now it's Beck on the wing left side. Left point, Kaufman. Kaufman, bounce pass to the foul line to Ripke. Ripke dumps it down low to Jacoby. Inside, back out. Good ball movement to swing it around and get Jacoby another touch. This on the left side, but a double on him. And then his kick-out pass misses wide of Kaufman and turned over by the Blackbirds.
Well, I'm sure, again, that this is not the first time that Pettisville and Caden Jacoby have seen this. But, again, Stryker, not only closest man comes over for the double team, but then someone on the weak side half the time is coming over for a triple team. And they're just not on the same page right now offensively.
Here's Villanueva out high left with a basketball to Cadwell. He'll shift it over to Shikoffy. Shikoffy, top of the key to Donovan. 18-12 Stryker on the Andres O'Neill and Lowe scoreboard. 50 seconds left in the first half. Now it's Harris. Harris swings it to the right side now to Donovan. Donovan on the wing to Shikoffy. Shikoffy Nice open post cut, but not caught cleanly by Cadwell. Loose ball to Jacoby. Up ahead to Kaufman. Sakai Kaufman, still a half minute to go in the half. Bounces it right to Ripke. Jacoby has his guy underneath, but Ripke takes it on the drive. No, the putback is good, however, and will be stuck in off that right side.
They owe Jarrett Beck a high five there, because you mentioned it. Jacoby had his man sealed underneath the basket. They didn't give it to him. Beck with the offensive rebound and the putback.
4 for Jarrett Beck. 8 on the clock here to end the half. Cadwell try to utilize a screen. Goes right side. Donovan, deep three. Air ball. No, and that's going to close out your first half of basketball. Close and competitive like most Stryker Pettisville games end up being. 18-14. Panthers on top. Our main stops halftime show gets underway next on B-Rock Sports.
Good luck to the Stryker Panthers in tonight's game from all of the employees at Sauter Manufacturing. Sauter Manufacturing is always proud to be involved in Stryker athletics and the community of Stryker as a whole. And they want to salute the athletes on a terrific season so far and wish them the best of luck in tonight's game. This message brought to you by Sauter Manufacturing, proud supporters of the Stryker Panthers and the Stryker School District.
If you've been thinking about a remodeling project for your home or business, Thiel Supply Center in Blakesley should be your first choice. Thiel Supply Center in Blakesley not only has all the lumber for that project, they also have all the building supplies you'll need, along with everything you need for the project, including the cabinetry, plus the expertise to help make your home even more beautiful. It's all at Thiel Supply Center, located in Blakesley. Thiel Supply Center, wishing good luck to all the players in tonight's game.
U-Store Storage in Bryan has 44 new 10x20 storage units available on Edgerton Street in Bryan. With 24-hour access and well-lit facilities, U-Store Storage has a unit just for you. Residential and commercial warehouse space is also available. Looking for a storage unit in the Stryker area? Stryker Mini Storage on Industrial Drive has units as well. For all your storage needs, give U-Store Storage or Stryker Mini Storage a call at 419-636-2545.
At the Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio, we know it's not easy to select a memorial in a time of sorrow. So we invite you to visit us as part of your pre-planning. I'm Sally Jo Metzger. There's no high pressure, and by talking to us now, there's no stress. Just good information for you to make your choice. At Fackler Monument Company, we feature the largest indoor memorial display in the tri-state area. We can even customize a memorial for you. The Fackler Monument Company of Montpelier, Ohio, serving families since 1924.
Camco Industries, with facilities located in West Unity, Ohio, and Morenci, Michigan, has openings on all 3 shifts for production and assembly operators. We manufacture interior plastic products for the automotive industry. As an operator, you will be required to visually inspect, trim, assemble, and pack parts, as well as label containers. You must be able to pass an entry-level test and a substance abuse test. Camco also has openings for shipping associates, material handlers, and production leads. Camco offers a complete benefit package along with a bonus for the successful completion of probationary status, an attendance bonus, and a referral bonus. If you would like to join our team, please complete an application online at www.kumi-na.com or in person at Camco, 1001 East Jackson Street, West Unity, Ohio, Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. All rehires will be considered for employment.
Willis Electric takes pride in doing electrical work for residential, commercial, and industrial settings. They're ready to complete any job you have, big or small, they do it all. Give Willis Electric a call at 428-3161 for your next electrical job. They'll do it fast and they'll do it right the first time. They're located 5 miles south of Stryker at the intersection of State Route 191 and US 6. Willis Electric takes pride in their service and also takes pride in supporting the Stryker Panthers. Good luck, Panthers.
Halftime here, 18-14. Stryker with the lead. Let's jump right into the first half numbers. Individual scoring, Jacob Cadwell and Levi Barnum, 7 each for Stryker. Michael Donovan with 4. For Pettisville, Caden Jacoby and Joey Ripke each have scored 5, and Jarrett Beck has scored 4. Shooting the basketball, Stryker 50% from the field in that first half, 8 of 16. They are 0 for 4 from the three-point line. Pettisville just 6 of 21, so a little under 30% from the field, 1 of 6 from the three-point line. At the foul line, Stryker 2 of 4, and Pettisville is 1 for 2.
Rebounding after getting manhandled in the first quarter, Pettisville much better in the second quarter. It's a +4 advantage for Stryker at the half. It was +8 at the end of the first quarter. Turnovers 2-1. Pettisville with 4, and the Panthers with 8 in the first half.
All of that adding up to 18-14. Our score, Stryker in the lead at half. Evergreen leads Bryan 39-19 in the NWOAL. And in the GMC, a Wayne Trace win locks that down for them outright. An Ayersville win, they would share it with Wayne Trace, and then it brings Antwerp into play, and you'd have a three-way tie because Antwerp's rolling tonight. At the half, Wayne Trace 26, Ayersville 22. So good one there. Good one here, 18-14. We'll talk adjustments when we come back.
Good luck and go Panthers from everyone associated with the Stryker Athletic Boosters. The Stryker Athletic Boosters is always proud to be a part of Stryker Athletics, and they want to salute the hard work of all the athletes that are competing this season. If you'd like to be a member of the Stryker Athletic Boosters, contact a coach or a booster member. Good luck and go Panthers from everyone associated with the Stryker Athletic Boosters. Your home is the one place where everything should be perfect, including your air. Stark's Plumbing and Heating Services helps you achieve the perfect air you deserve with reliable, groundbreaking, award-winning Lennox products. Call Stark's Plumbing and Heating Services and see how soon you can get a Lennox home comfort system that'll help improve your health and your mood. It doesn't get any more perfect than that. Call us today at 1-800-329-4040 or visit us at starksphs.com. Have you always dreamed of starting your own business? Are you looking for ways to fund your child's education or save for retirement? Maybe you'd like to buy that dream home. Well, the State Bank can help you meet your financial goals, whatever they may be. With State Bank, you'll get all the products and services you expect from your bank with the personal attention of a locally operated community bank. Find a location near you today. State Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
You know where to go when your vehicle has been in an accident, but why should you take that same vehicle to Jason Deeds Collision and Service when you need an oil change, brake job, or any other routine maintenance? It's because Dave Brown and Sam Bailey have 60 years of combined experience diagnosing and repairing domestic, foreign, and classic automobiles. They have a state-of-the-art alignment machine that ensures a perfect alignment every time, and the training and expertise to fix your problem the first time. So whether it's a crash or take your vehicle to Jason Deeds Collision and Service.
Good luck to the Stryker Panthers in tonight's game from all of the employees at Sauter Manufacturing. Sauter Manufacturing is always proud to be involved in Stryker athletics and the community of Stryker as a whole. And they want to salute the athletes on a terrific season so far and wish them the best of luck in tonight's game. This message brought to you by Sauter Manufacturing, proud supporters of the Stryker Panthers and the Stryker School District.
Oh. So, Adam, close basketball game here at 18-14. In your opinion, and pick one or two things that went on in each locker room, what would they be?
Well, I think offensively, I think Pettisville cleaned things up a little defensively in that second quarter, did much better work on the glass, but offensively, they just look out of sorts. And so what you saw in that first half, again, the game plan of Stryker defensively, at least in the first half, they're going to double team Cade Jacoby every time he gets his hands on the ball, and many times they're bringing over a third defender as well. So that's going to start putting some pressure on some other guys. We saw Joey Ripke hit a couple of shots in that second quarter. They just got to be a little bit quicker. It's almost like they're waiting for the double or even the triple team to come, and then they decide to do it. And what that does is it gives Stryker an opportunity to kind of set their defensive alignment and recover as well. If they can start moving the ball quickly out of that, and whether that's a pass cross court, a return pass out to the wing, or Jacoby just needs to be quicker with his move to the basket, I think they'll be all right. But as long as Stryker's going to be committing 2 and even 3, you can do the math. This is basic math that even we can understand. It's a numbers game. Somebody's got to be open. Yep. If you're triple teaming him, he's got to do a better job of finding that person. They got to do a better job of then hitting the shot.
Halftime here brought to you by the main stops of Northwest Ohio. Always open when you need them. Your convenience store headquarters, the main stops of Northwest Ohio. Another game that has an effect on will there be a championship for somebody tonight? North Central knew that if they beat Montpelier, they would have at least a share of the title. They're at the half. It's 36-17. The score there. North Central up on Montpelier. One final timeout. We start the second half in 60 seconds.
Even though we don't know what life has in store for our homes or car, we can still prepare. Introducing the damage doesn't have to be too damaging policy from American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly. Contact Danielle Van Atta, agent at 1318 East High Street, Suite A in Bryan, or call 419-636-0408 today. American Family Insurance Company, SI and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin. Have you heard of Alton Lowe Brink & Company?
What?
Have you heard of Alton Lowe Brink & Company?
Sorry, could you say that one more time, only slower?
Alton Lowe Brink & Company, or sometimes it's known under the brand names of TrueFast and Spax.
Not really. What is it?
Alton Lowe Brink & Company is a well-known fastener manufacturer. It's a family-owned business that's been around for nearly 200 years that cares about their employees and invests in the local community. They just added a 65,000 square foot expansion to their Pioneer location. If you want to learn more about the company or employment opportunities, visit altonlow.us. That's ALTENLOH.us.
Stryker will have the possession to start the second half. It is Donovan, Barnum, Shikoffy, Harris, and Cadwell. Their normal five. Kaufman, Ripke, Adkins, Beck, and Jacoby for Pettisville. Here's Donovan, far side to Shikoffy. Shikoffy puts it on the floor, picks his dribble up top the key, gives to Donovan. Donovan left wing to Cadwell. Cadwell from that wing goes out on top to Donovan. Donovan dribble drive right. Donovan finds a lane to the basket, created some space. It just would not go. He got Jacoby to kind of, with that penetration, a little contact, forced him back a little bit, just unable to finish. Jacoby now gives it up to Jarrett Beck. Beck into the lane. Beck fouled. No shot on the floor, says Asa Donaldson.
Jarrett Beck's a guy that could really get on a good streak here for the Blackbirds, get him a little more involved offensively.
Donovan will get the foul, his first of the night. Three from Beck. No. On the long rebound, we're going to get a foul called, and it'll be on Jacob Cadwell, which will be his second of the evening. Nobody in any kind of foul trouble now with the two fouls early in the third quarter. By the way, Antwerp was up big. It was 54-18 in the fourth quarter. Running clock game. Jacoby, that was way too easy. Got a quick touch on the low square and scored that field goal. And it's a 2-point Stryker lead now at 18-16. Donovan to Harris. He'll launch a three. Off the rim, no good. Jacoby the rebound. And on that rebound, a foul on Donovan. And he has two now. Stryker looks a little sluggish here. I know it's only 56 seconds in, but it's definitely not that energy that they had in the first half of this thing. Here's Adkins from the inbounds. They're going to maybe try to manufacture a little here with some full court pressure. Joey Ripke, although we saw some in the first half as well. Ripke ahead to Zakai Kaufman. Kaufman over to the right side. Now it goes to Beck. Beck on the wing. Bounce pass to Kaufman. He's at the free throw line. They overplayed him. He gets an 8-footer. No good. Rebound to Tavon Harris of Stryker. Outlet ahead now to Cadwell in the front court. Cadwell, baseline left to Donovan. Down to Shikoffy. Shikoffy working on Jacoby. Put it on the floor. Taken away by Kaufman. Kaufman now, look at that speed to the rim. Lays it up and in.
Great defensive effort by Kaufman. They were so concerned about what Jacoby was going to do, they just totally lost sight.
Did somebody lose a shoe? Yeah. Adkins, he tossed it over to the far side at the scorer's table.
Keith Byers out there.
Donovan to try to answer, no good. Offensive rebound. Cadwell swatted away by Jacoby. Barnum swatted away by Jacoby. Now it is Cadwell, and he hits. And a timeout, an official's timeout to get that shoe back on.
So the rule must be if you're on defense, they don't stop it if you're shooting. I mean, it flew off, and then someone just grabbed it and threw it over to the scorer's
Come
table.
on, that should be a safety issue right there.
I would think you'd stop it right away, or at least, I mean, they played a good 10, 15 seconds after that.
By the way, I don't know how many of our audience got the Keith Byers reference. You're going back to, 84 for that?
Gosh, we're getting old, aren't we?
Yeah.
He's running against Illinois, if I remember right, and had a long touchdown run, lost his shoe and the tip of his sock. flopping in the air.
Ill-advised turnover by Pettisville in the backcourt. Halftime in the GMC, it's close, but Tenora leads Edgerton 29-23. So 20-18 here. When Pettisville had it tied, it's the first time we'd been tied since the first quarter. Here's Donovan, a step below the foul line to Shikoffy. Now to Barnum. Barnum, backside, looking for Cadwell. Cadwell along the baseline. Soft on that pass, intercepted by the quickness of Kaufman. He saved to Jacoby. He's going right at the rim. Get it out of here, says Barnum. And rejects it out of bounds.
Well, we saw it the other night with the Eden kid, Barry, if I remember right. After he dunked it, he kind of spun, and it looked like his knee just kind of locked a little bit. Looked like Jacoby, he was getting ready to explode and then just never got off the ground.
Basketball remains with Pettisville. They trail by a deuce, 20-18. Jacoby doubled, broken up by Harris, but the save went to Ripke. Now Beck flips it up, no. Jacoby the rebound, and he's fouled on the floor. The Pettisville, that size is starting to pay some dividends, and that's an important foul because it's number 3 now on Michael Donovan. He'll have to sit Mateo Villanueva in.
Seeing a lot of physicality right now that you see in a good rivalry game.
Again, if you're just joining us, Pettisville needs to win. Villanueva got the swat off the inbounds. Loose ball grabbed by Pettisville. Here's Adkins out to Joey Ripke. A Pettisville win, and they wrap up at least a share of the BBC title. As Jacoby was ready to make a catch, Juilliard a little nudge from behind, and it'll be his first foul. And that's 5 team fouls now on Stryker, Adam. None on Pettisville, less than 3 minutes in to the third quarter.
Pettisville going to be shooting some free throws here in the second half.
Joey Ripke baseline right. Ripke on the wing. Now to Adkins, top of the key to Kaufman. Kaufman. Antwerp has one, so they will finish 6-1 in the GMC. Can Ayersville get the win to get a 3-way tie? Jumper no good off that left wing. Loose ball rebound to Pettisville. And now it's blocked on the far side by Juilliard. Beck, who had the shot block, got it back, and another opportunity for the Birds. They trail 20-18, 4:45 left. Third quarter. Joey Ripke to Jarrett Beck. Curling out in front, now they get it to Ripke. Ripke on the wing, waiting for an open post screen, gets it. Now dribble drive, Ripke had it knocked away by Barnum. Loose ball grabbed by Donovan. They make it Cadwell over the top to Harris. The leaner, no good, but Ripke just got his third foul.
Now that's going to be frustrating one for Coach Leppelmeyer. He thought that Joey Ripke got hammered on the offensive end, then they go down and get Ripke with the foul on Harris. Whether it was a foul or not on this end, depends again on which side of the gym you're on, but would love to see Ripke just stop middle of the paint and shoot that, 8 to 10 footer uncontested, but he wanted the challenge at the rim.
Tavon Harris, by the way, their leading scorer at 10 a game, has not scored until that free throw. He's a 63% foul shooter.
An important decision now for Coach Leppelmeyer. Does he leave Joey Ripke out there, the 6'4" sophomore, with the 3 fouls?
Second one is no good. That Antwerp final, 66-27 over Paulding. Again, Antwerp, number 1 in the state. We'll see him at Eden tomorrow night. On the wing, it's Adkins. Adkins down low to Jacoby. It's single coverage this time. Jacoby, a couple of nifty moves footwork-wise. One official had a foul, and Asa Donaldson had a travel.
Official under the basket signaled 2 shots. It did look like he shuffled his feet. The official out on the wing signaled travel, and that's what Coach Leppelmeyer in Pettisville is just irate about. The official right in front of it signaled 2 shots.
So Stryker will get the basketball after the turnover. Here's Harris, fade away over Jacoby, no good. Rebound grabbed by Pettisville. Chilly start from the field for both teams. Pettisville just 2 field goals here in the quarter. Stryker just 1. 21-18 Panthers. Spin move, Beck. Top of the key, Kaufman for the tie for 3, no good. Rebound to Barnum, and they want to, they started to run. Now Barnum slows the train down. He'll give it right wing. It's Harris who has it with 3:25 to go in the third. 21-18 Stryker on the Andres O'Neill & Lowe scoreboard. Baseline right, Juilliard. Juilliard back out in front now to Barnum. And a 3-second call on Tavon Harris. I'm going to be 100% honest here. This is not a joke. I think that might be the first 3-second I've seen called all season, boys or girls.
You just don't see it that often anymore. I mean, he had his man pinned underneath the basket. He wanted the ball and wasn't going to leave till he got it.
So the 3-second violation turns it back over to Pettisville. Joey Ripke, right side wing. Ripke to Jacoby. Guarded by Cadwell. Jacoby backing his way. Now faces up, fires, no good. Board to Barnum, and he's fouled from behind on a hold by Jarrett Beck. That'll be his first foul.
Didn't go in, but you like what you're seeing out of Caden Jacoby in the second half so far. He gets the ball, he's being quicker, he's being more decisive. Hasn't had the shot to fall there like that last one, but he's being more aggressive and doing it a lot quicker.
Tyler Willis calling out his set. Cadwell then relays it to his teammates. 21-18, Stryker with a lead. At halftime, it was 18-14, Stryker. Pull-up J is good by Mateo Villanueva at the foul line. 23-18 now, Panthers trying to play the role of spoiler here tonight. Dribble drive along the baseline. Atkins with a spin. Off glass, no good. May have been altered by Juilliard coming over. Now Cadwell, 4-on-2. Floater. Blocking foul.
Boy. Andy, oh my goodness.
Cadwell to the line. Go ahead, Adam.
Joey Ripke was standing there debating about whether or not to take the charge or to do what. And when the shot went up, he just kind of leaned in with the hip a little bit. It was kind of like, I want to try to draw the charge, but I know I shouldn't be doing this. That is a huge whistle here in the third quarter.
Ripke getting number 4 with 2:14 left. Jacob Cadwell bangs in the first free throw. He's 2 for 3 at the line tonight.
I apologize for jumping over you, my friend, but you could just see it. He knew he wasn't supposed to be there, and then he tried to draw the charge, but he wasn't. He's hearing about it from Dad on the bench right now.
2 for 2 at the line for Cadwell. Back to a 7-point advantage. 25-18. By the way, checking in for him, Gideon Myers. Here's Jacoby on the wing, now to the baseline. Double down on him. He gives it up to Myers. Myers from the wing, out on top to Kaufman. Around to Beck. 1:45 left in the third. Jump stop at the foul line. Villanueva, a foul on that dribble penetration. His second.
Well, who's going to have energy left in the fourth quarter, especially among the bigs? Because you watch Juilliard and Jacoby just battling underneath there. I mean, they are just going at it. Clean, but they're going at it.
It's a good matchup to watch underneath, isn't it? Here's Kaufman for 3. Too strong. Rebound is long, goes to Pettisville. Jacoby muscles it up and in. Caden Jacoby, he didn't get the offensive rebound.
Gideon Myers.
And Jacoby thanked him immediately for getting him the basketball decisively and quickly. And now too far on the entry pass for Shikoffy. Weak side help, Jarrett Beck able to dig out a loose ball. Pettisville coming the other way now. Here's Beck with it. He'll give it to Myers. Dribble weave out in front, now goes over to Atkins. 1:10 to go in the third. 25-20 Stryker. Out in front on the bounce now, it is Kaufman. Zakai Kaufman gives to Myers for 3. No good. Villanueva the rebound. Villanueva pushing ahead. Villanueva came down with a basketball. Atkins, good defense to force that turnover.
Yeah, that was a nice defensive effort by Atkins that time. Really forced Villanueva to do something he wasn't comfortable
with. How about
doing.
this one, my friend? End of 3. Ayersville 39, Wayne Trace 36. And in that de facto title game in the WBL, OG hanging on to a 39-37 lead over Defiance. So good basketball all over tonight.
Yep, you get into these late season games where teams have a shot to grab a league title. The GMC dominated by Wayne Trace since its inception, Antwerp as of late, and it's an Ayersville team that has an opportunity making the most of it right now.
An equipment issue for Pettisville for Jarrett Beck, so they brought Josh Bosselman in. Bosselman, a 6'2 senior. Myers to Adkins. Right side now to the baseline to Jacoby. 25 seconds left in the third. 25-20 Stryker. Myers over to Zakai Kaufman. Kaufman looks interior, nothing there. Bounces it out to Vasselman. Vasselman brings it over to Myers. Myers now to Zakai Kaufman. 12 to shoot. Here's Kaufman getting a screen, not using it yet. 8 on the clock. 6, 5. Off the bounce, right side Kaufman. Jump stop. Here's Vasselman for 3. A rainbow, and it's an air ball, and that's how your third quarter comes to an end. 3 in the books. Stryker 25. Pettisville 20. Fourth quarter coming up next on B-Rock Sports.
When you're in need of a new appliance, go to your local appliance dealer, Direct Link Appliance and Hardware in Bryan. They carry new, used, and scratch and dent appliances. They carry the brands you need: Speed Queen, Whirlpool, Maytag, KitchenAid, Amana, and GE. Many in stock for you to take home today. Then, when you have something wrong in years to come, Direct Link will also service everything. No need to call that 800 number and talk to someone you don't know. Just call Direct Link at 419-636-4541, and they'll be out to fix it for you whether it's under warranty or not. Direct Link Appliance and Hardware in Bryan, your local appliance dealer.
You'll find red-hot deals at Donaldson's Ace Hardware all month long. Birds will flock to your yard when you pick up Ace Wild Bird Food, 2 20-pound bags for only $20. With the snow flying, you'll need to head to Donaldson's for your ice melt and snow shovels, too. Or maybe you have some projects to work on. Donaldson's has you covered with a variety of power and hand tools on sale with extra savings to Ace Rewards members. Then finish off that project with Ace Royal Interior or Clark & Kensington paint on sale all this month. Only at Donaldson's Ace Hardware, Union Street in Bryan.
Pettisville twice as many shots, but continuing to shoot extremely poorly. 3 of 15 in that quarter. Stryker just 2 of 7, but they're up 5.
Turnovers starting to be an issue. Stryker 13, Pettisville just 7.
Ball knocked free. Villanueva goes to get it. Gideon Myers goes to get it. Villanueva saves it. Cadwell looks inside. Donovan lays it in.
Those are the types of hustle plays that get your crowd into it.
Terrific look down the floor. And it's 27-20. Michael Donovan back in with the 3 fouls with 6. Around it goes. Jarrett Beck is back on the floor now. Beck on the right side wing. Beck gives it up to Kaufman. Kaufman shifts it left to Adkins. Back over now to Gideon Myers. For the game, it is 9 of 36 shooting for Pettisville tonight.
They're being very physical with Jacoby on the low post.
He has it. Double team. He tries to squeeze through and draw the foul. And he does just that. Great job by Caden Jacoby that time. He'll collect the foul on Levi Barnum, which would be Barnum's second of the evening, and Jacoby shoots a pair.
Now the game plan, again, you can tell from the beginning for the Panthers has been, let's be physical, and let's give a lot of help to Caden Jacoby.
First free throw is good.
Such a skilled big man, and just a junior at 6'8", like you said, fills out a little bit more. Another year of experience. I mean, he's fun to watch right now, but they're throwing everything in the kitchen sink at him.
He's into double figures with 10, now giving 11.
Got a game-high 8 rebounds, too, kind of quietly.
15 and 9, basically, is what he averages coming in. 27-22. Stryker wants to spoil a BBC title party for Pettisville. Pettisville a win gets them at least a share. Villanueva around to the right side to Donovan. Donovan, by the way, if North Central does win tonight, it'll be their first piece of a BBC title in 2 decades. 2002 exactly. Inside, off the fingertips of Shikoffy. Barnum's pass led him a little bit too far. Final, Wasion 33, Delta 31, and with that, we have a timeout on the floor. 6:36 left in this one. 27-22 Panthers. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
The Pettisville Athletic Boosters would like to take this opportunity to wish Pettisville the best of luck in tonight's game. The Pettisville Athletic Boosters understands all of the hard work and commitment of all of the area athletes, especially those at Pettisville. The Pettisville Athletic Boosters. If you'd like to become a member today, contact a booster member. The Pettisville Athletic Boosters, supporting every athlete in every sport at Pettisville High School and Junior High. The Pettisville Athletic Boosters saying, good luck, Pettisville, tonight.
6:36 left. By the way, timeouts remaining. Stryker with 3. Pettisville has 4. If you're looking at team fouls, 7 for Stryker, 3 on Pettisville. Your score, 27-22 Panthers, Adam.
Again, poorly as Pettisville has shot, and they've been behind the 8 ball all night. It's a 5-point game right now.
Yep. Caden Jacoby, middle of the floor against this three-quarter court pressure. Snaps it ahead. Nice touch pass back to Adkins. Adkins in the lane. Threw it behind Kaufman. Scramble for the loose ball. Donovan saves it, but behind the back to Jacoby. And Jacoby is ushered out of bounds, but with that contact, a foul going on Stryker and Juilliard for his second. I think that's who they signaled, yes. And that's 8 team fouls. So a 1 and bonus here for Caden Jacoby.
Pettisville able to get to the free throw line. Now it's a matter of taking advantage of it.
Front end of the 1 and 1. No. Rebound Donovan. Donovan brings it across the timeline. Dribble handoff now to Barnum. Over to Donovan. Broken up, though, by Kaufman, but he couldn't hang on to it. That loose ball comes back to Barnum. And Barnum with a nice move to the rim and finish.
He was like unsure with what to do with it on the perimeter. That was knocked away, got it back, and then decisively went to the rim.
9 for Levi Barnum. Quickly up the floor. Jacoby muscles it up and in. Some contact, but officials electing to let them play. 13 for Caden Jacoby. 29-24. Stryker with 5:40 and rolling to play in this one. It's Barnum to the right side, giving to Donovan. Donovan out in front to Cadwell. Cadwell puts it on the deck. Dribble drive below the foul line. Fade away. No from the free throw line. Rebound. It's Caden Jacoby for Pettisville. Outlet now to Kaufman. Kaufman squeezes through traffic. Kaufman traveled with a basketball. Update. 4.5 remaining. Ottawa Glandorf 46, Defiance 41.
The place is probably rocking like this one is.
Here is Cadwell, left to right, into the half court. Cadwell, left side of the floor to Donovan. He'll weave it off to Barnum now. 29-24, 3 minutes gone by in the fourth. Stryker in front.
Spreading the floor, too, here. Really spreading the floor.
2 defenders come after Cadwell, making him give it up to Barnum. Barnum at the free throw line on the dribble now to Donovan. Donovan gets in the lane. Donovan wraparound pass. Shakofi extra pass. Juilliard missed it. Stayed with it and scores. Great job, Juilliard. Didn't hang his head, Adam. Just stuck with it. Got the putback.
Absolutely.
Back to answer. No good for 3. Rebound. Loose. And Kaufman tried to save it. And Kaufman's the last to touch it out of bounds.
Boy, Pettisville just having to work so hard for everything on the offensive end here tonight.
Timeout, Brian Leppelmeyer. 4:27 remaining. 31-24 Stryker. Back in a moment.
Have you always dreamed of starting your own business? Are you looking for ways to fund your child's education or save for retirement? Maybe you'd like to buy that dream home. Well, the State Bank can help you meet your financial goals, whatever they may be. With State Bank, you'll get all the products and services you expect from your bank with the personal attention of a locally operated community bank. Find a location near you today. State Bank, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
31-24, our score. Pettisville came in with a shot at a title tonight, a piece of a BBC. I asked Tyler Woolis in the pregame, if you can't win the BBC tonight, is the next best thing keeping Pettisville from winning it? And he said, yes, absolutely.
That's why rivalry games that actually have something on the line more than just bragging rights are so much fun to do.
He said, we don't want them celebrating anything. No pictures of any kind on our floor. Now can they close it out? Here's Donovan. Attacks baseline. Donovan, nothing there. Rotates it out. Good decision. Cadwell over the top. Shakofi muscles it up and in.
And he saw what he had at the lane. And it was nowhere to be found, Mr. Jacoby. They got him out at the top of the key, and so he went after it.
Halfway home in the fourth. Biggest lead of the night for the Panthers. 33-24. Joey Ripke back with the 4 fouls. High post to Jacoby. Spin move. Step through. Fouled on the way up with a shot.
Again, being quick and decisive when he gets, they triple teamed him that time, but less effective because he got it, spun out of it. The initial double team, but was able to get to the free throw line.
Juilliard joins Donovan now with 3 personals apiece. Ripke has 4 for Pettisville. Jacoby connects at the foul line.
Well, don't you just feel the way this has gone, game-wise, possession-wise, that Pettisville just can't be wasting anything from this point on? 8-point game.
Agree. Free throws are going to become huge because neither of these teams shoot free throws very well at all, at least on paper coming in. Jacoby has been pretty solid tonight, though. He has 2 misses of his 2, 4, 5 of his 7, so he's 5 for 7 at the line. Here's Cadwell across the timeline, gives to Barnum. 33-26 Stryker. 3.5 remaining in regulation. On the wing, Harris over to Barnum, forcing Pettisville to chase and trap. Soft on that bounce pass, and then coming out to get a deflection, Sean Adkins gets his first foul.
Stryker doing everything. They're going basically 4 corners with a man in the middle of the paint, just playing keep away. Whoever's in the middle kind of flashes up a little higher. They're trying to get a couple of quick passes and a backdoor layup. They've already had one here tonight because they know Pettisville has to start taking some chances defensively because the clock is an issue.
We'll get you a couple of score updates here in just a moment. Donovan to Barnum around the far side. It goes now to Cadwell. Diagonally through the hands of Donovan and out of bounds. He didn't look it in. After 3, Swanton 32, Archibald 28. 2 minutes to go. OG 50-41. They're on a 10-0 run leading Defiance. And North Central a commanding 61-28 lead over Montpelier. So they're going to have a share of that first title in 20 years. It's just a matter of what that final ends up. They'll end up 6-1 in the BBC. Pettisville must score. Under 3 to go, down 7. 33-26. Here's Atkins on the wing. High post to Ripke. Ripke, short distance to get it to Jacoby, and it was punched away. He had to go get it. Jacoby to Atkins. Swing it to Kaufman. Around to Beck. Inside it goes. The leaner is good by Sean Atkins.
Found the weak spot in that defense right in the middle of the paint. Easy pickings for 2.
And now it's down to 5. 33-28 Stryker. 2.5 to play. Donovan jump pass out to Barnum. Still 2 fouls to give for Pettisville. 33-28. Cadwell above the volleyball line. Throws it over to Harris on the wing left side. He clears it back out to Barnum near midcourt. Middle of the floor. Right side pass is broken up. Deflected by Kaufman, and that'll turn Stryker over again. Here's Beck, top of the key. Pettisville digging in defensively. Under 2 remaining. 33-28. Stryker. Pettisville trying to work their way back all the way. Kaufman, Jacoby, inside layup, good. It's a 1-possession game. I think Tyler Willis wants a timeout.
Yeah,
he's coming out.
A good time for one.
He'll get it. 1:43 left in this one, at least in regulation. Stryker and Pettisville, what more would you want? Going to the wire. 33-30 Panthers. We'll be right back.
If you've been thinking about a remodeling project for your home or business, Field Supply Center in Blakesley should be your first choice. Field Supply Center in Blakesley and not only has all the lumber for that project, they also have all the building supplies you'll need, along with everything you need for the project, including the cabinetry, plus the expertise to help make your home even more beautiful. It's all at Field Supply Center, located in Blakesley. Field Supply Center, wishing good luck to all the players in tonight's game.
U-Store Storage in Bryan has 44 new 10x20 storage units available on Edgerton Street in Bryan. With 24-hour access and well-lit facilities, U-Store Storage has a unit just for you. Residential and commercial warehouse space is also available. Looking for a storage unit in the Stryker area? Stryker Mini Storage on Industrial Drive has units as well. For all your storage needs, give U-Store Storage or Stryker Mini Storage a call at 419-636-2545.
1:43 remaining. By the way, a final. Holgate beats Hilltop in the BBC 59-30. 33-30 here, Adam, with 1:43 left. Stryker up and with the basketball.
Stryker's doing a great job spreading the floor. The issue that they've had the last 2 times with the turnovers is they're getting greedy and trying to cross-court it and cut passes. You've got to work it around, be patient, let Pettisville take the chance, and then you pounce.
Here's Donovan to the baseline. Here comes the trap. Donovan was about to get trapped in a reach and a foul on Adkins, his second, team's fifth.
And what I mean by that is you're okay passing it around the perimeter, make Pettisville do the double team, and then you get them ahead of themselves, and then you get the extra pass, which leads to a back. They're trying to go corner to corner right underneath the basket.
Cadwell gets a screen. He's at the foul line, gives to Barnum. Back to Cadwell. 126, 125. One more foul to give for the Blackbirds. Brian Leppelmeyer instructing his kids to come out. Here's Donovan on the wing. He'll float it out on top to Barnum. Over to Harris. Skip pass over to Cadwell. When will that foul happen? 112, 111. Middle of the floor, tough pass. Great job. You want to talk a little fundamental thing? Elijah Juilliard, your coach, to go get and meet the basketball. If he doesn't do that, that's a turnover. Instead, it's a foul on Pettisville.
Absolutely. And if they don't foul him, all he's got to do is land and turn around, because Harris, there's your backdoor cut for a wide open layup, because they got Pettisville chasing the double team.
Last foul they had to give. Here's Donovan circling it out in front. Donovan was held. It was about ready to be a travel and or double dribble, but a bailout call out in front will be the seventh team foul, and we'll get Stryker on the line for a 1-and-1 with 1:02 remaining.
Yeah, again, it's one of those whistles that just depends what colors you're wearing and which side of the gym you're on, but that's a frustrating one, and that's a tough one for Pettisville and Coach Leppelmeyer for sure.
Michael Donovan, 55% on the year. Front end of a 1-and-1. Got it. And now it becomes a two-possession game at 34-30 with 62 seconds to play. Donovan with 7. Toes the line. Couple of dribbles. Bends, fires, rolls it home. Michael Donovan makes it 35-30. Here comes Joey Ripke into the front court. Ripke on the right side. Ripke to the baseline. Muscles it up. Shot is blocked. Jump ball. Stryker has the arrow. Defensive play of the night so far. Barnum on the drop down got the block.
He just held his ground because Ripke was just going to the rim. I was waiting for the whistle. Wasn't the whistle I expected, but you've got to credit Levi Barnum there. 53 seconds with that huge block.
Full court pressure now from Pettisville. Bounce pass comes into Cadwell. He'll give it back to Barnum. Ball reversal to Donovan. And Donovan is fouled by Gideon Myers to halt the clock at 48.9. Donovan right back to the line where he just hit 2. Couple of updates. Tenora 38-35 over Edgerton. It is a final. Wayne Trace rallies. They are your outright GMC champs. They beat Ayersville 47-44. A minute left, and OG is going to win that title. It's 54-44.
And keep in mind that Division IV district with Antwerp and all our area D4s, Ayersville's the number 2 seed.
Very good point. Donovan hits another front end of a 1-and-1. We've heard nothing on Eaton and Fayette thus far tonight. So, Ben, if you can track any updates down there, I know you'll have it in the postgame. That'd be great. He missed the second one. Jacoby the rebound. 36-30. Stryker. 43 seconds to play. Top of the key with it now is Beck. Beck on the wing. A lot of time ticking. Here it is, right side Kaufman, and he's fouled out in front by Cadwell. That's not what Stryker wants. As the clock stops at 34 seconds. No, it's not on Cadwell out in front. It's underneath, and that foul will be, I beg your pardon, it's Shikoffy, as he was battling with Jacoby.
Yeah, Jacoby is going from block to block, and I think they're going to get him for just pushing him from behind.
And Jacoby is in rhythm as he hits the first of 2 because that was the 10th team foul on Stryker. 36-31 now. Second Jacoby free throw, nothing but bottom of the net. Returning is Gideon Myers. Remember, Ripke has the 4 fouls, so they got to get him out.
Chance to set up the press how Coach Leppelmeyer wants it.
2 timeouts left for Stryker, 3 for Pettisville. Inbounds to Tavon Harris. Up the floor to Donovan. He's grabbed. That'll send Donovan back to the line. Kaufman needs to do a little bit better job of, everybody knows you want to foul, but the grabs eventually will get called maybe intentional. 3 of 4 at the foul line this evening. It's gone final, 58-47 OG. They win the outright championship in the WBL. What else is new?
Yeah.
OG wins their league. Wayne Trace wins their league. Free throw by Donovan is good again on the front end.
It's almost more newsworthy if they don't.
Yeah, you're right. I think that was the 31st Wayne Trace title of some kind in the GMC
Crazy.
in basketball. Second Donovan toss, short, and loose and grabbed by Pettisville. But Jacoby, when he grabbed it, he stepped out of bounds.
Well, he got boxed out and went underneath and behind the basket, and he was out of bounds, and then the ball got tipped by Harris, and Jacoby went to grab it but did not establish both feet inbounds before he touched the ball.
So it'll be Stryker possession. Quick inbounds to Cadwell. Cadwell fouled by Adkins, his third, but they have to get the clock stopped.
That is just a tough break, but a huge call, the right call. Just one of those things, just an unfortunate break.
So Jacob Cadwell, he's 3 for 4 tonight at the line. He's 50% for the season. First offering on the way. Good. 38-32. North Central fans starting to listen in intently. Maybe it won't be a shared title. North Central rolling. They're going to have at least a share. 2 for 2 for Cadwell. Can Stryker hang on here? And North Central then would have to wait to see what Eden's doing tonight and next week potentially. 26 seconds left. Stryker smelling it up 39-32. We'll be right back.
At the Fackler Monument Company in Montpelier, Ohio, we know it's not easy to select a memorial in a time of sorrow. So we invite you to visit us as part of your pre-planning. I'm Sally Jo Metzger. There's no high pressure, and by talking to us now, there's no stress. Just good information for you to make your choice. At Fackler Monument Company, we feature the largest indoor memorial display in the tri-state area. We can even customize a memorial for you. The Fackler Monument Company of Montpelier, Ohio, serving families since 1924.
Stryker 39, Pettisville 32. 26 seconds left in this one. 10 team fouls on both teams, so that's a wash. 1 timeout left for Stryker, 3 for Pettisville. If we have a tie-up, Pettisville does have the possession arrow, Adam.
Well, if you're Brian Leppelmeyer, you want a quick bucket. Doesn't matter if it's a 2, if it's a 3. If there's something open down low with Jacoby or Ripke or something, you get it there and you get the quick bucket and the timeout. But it's getting to that time where you start thinking about launching the threes.
Stryker going to make it tougher to get it up the floor here. Some token pressure. Here's Adkins, top of the circle, 20, 19. He'll go to the rim. Layup, no good. Jacoby, the rebound block from behind. The block shot from behind with 14 seconds to play, and then a foul on Pettisville, and we're going to walk to the other end. A couple of huge blocks by Stryker here in the late stages of this one.
Jacob Cadwell with the block. I mean, when the ball got into the hands of Jacoby and he went up and Cadwell was on his back, you just thought, what are you thinking? But he just cleanly knocked it out of there. What a play.
Juilliard to shoot a pair. First one, no good. He's a 54.5% free throw shooter.
I mean, at this time of the game with this lead, I mean, the last thing you want your kids to do is to challenge a shot up 7 underneath the basket, but he did and got away with it. What a play.
Swanton, your NWOAL champions, by the way. They beat Archibald tonight. Second free throw is good. 40-32. 12 seconds. Beck scoop to the hoop is in. They'll spend the timeout as Jarrett Beck gets the field goal with 8.9. We'll take a timeout. Not quite over yet, but getting close. Stryker up 40-34. We'll be back.
Good luck and go Panthers from everyone associated with the Stryker Athletic Boosters. The Stryker Athletic Boosters is always proud to be a part of Stryker Athletics, and they want to salute the hard work of all the athletes that are competing this season. If you'd like to be a member of the Stryker Athletic Boosters, contact a coach or a booster member. Good luck and go Panthers from everyone associated with the Stryker Athletic Boosters.
A lot of things coming into focus tonight in terms of boys league titles. OG winning the WBL. Swanton just wrapped up the NWOAL. Wayne Trace has won an outright GMC. North Central on their way to guaranteeing themselves their first ever title of some kind, whether it's shared or not. Pettisville had a chance to come in and get a piece of the title, but now with 8.9, they're down 6 at 40-34, Adam, and things are looking fairly grim right now.
We said coming in, Stryker was more than capable of this here tonight. Just so impressed the effort defensively by these Stryker Panthers.
Full court pressure. Jacoby on the basketball. Barnum can't find anybody. Now baseball pass up ahead. Harris can't get there. It's a turnover. Exactly what Brian Leppelmeyer wanted. It was touched by a finger by Harris.
Oh, they're going to say
at least there's now wait a minute. Now they may say no.
Well, if this is the case, if that ball, they should have the ball on the baseline where it went in. There should have been no time that went off the clock, and I think maybe a second or so went off.
Yes, I was, and the reason I looked up and saw a second, and I looked down, Harris was close to reeling it in.
Yep.
But they say he didn't touch it, so there is 8.9, and Pettisville on their own offensive end. They got to go 3 here.
Absolutely.
Inbounds is coming. 3 ball from Ripke. In and out, no good. Rebound Stryker. 4.2 remaining. And they can start celebrating now. They will. It's not going to be a conference title for Stryker, but they're going to have much needed momentum late in the year, a quality win over your rival or one of your big ones. And oh, by the way, that rival won't be taking any pictures on your home floor tonight because there will be no conference championship for the Blackbirds this year. Cadwell at the line. Got the bounce on the first one.
You know, we talk a lot about tape don't lie. When you're not having the season you want or you're getting blown out, you know, you want to see the effort. What did Stryker, senior night against your rival, Tyler Willis has to be so proud of the effort that his kids gave him here tonight.
1 of 2 for Cadwell. Here comes Jacoby to Beck. Half-court try, won't count, or would have counted. It's no good. Stryker denies Pettisville a conference championship taste. Final tonight, Stryker 41, Pettisville 34. Sit tight. Plenty to do on the post-game show when we come back.
Tired of paying rent? Are you ready for a home of your own? Then call Misty King of Amerimaid Realty. Misty has a new listing on Sycamore Lane in Bona Vesta. This 3-bedroom, 1.5-bath home features a 1-story design, a spacious living room, a large fenced-in backyard, and roomy garage. Some updates have also been done as well. Listed for only $134,900, this one is also affordable. Phone Misty today at 419-633-4997. Misty King of Amerimaid Realty, your hometown real estate pro.
The Maddox Men's Emporium is the only premier men's clothing store in Northwest Ohio, featuring top apparel brands like Johnson & Murphy, Fish Hippie, 7 Diamonds, Task Performance Wear, and Saks Underwear. They even carry top-of-the-line men's skincare products and cologne like Jack Black, St. James of London, and Fulton & Rourke. The Maddox even has specialty foods, designer socks, bar accessories, Mission belts, and more. So stop in the Maddox Men's Emporium on the east side of the square in Bryan, Monday through Friday, 10 to 6, or Saturday, 10 to 5.
Whether it's a car accident, storm damage, or a fire, when the unthinkable happens, it doesn't matter if you saved money in 15 minutes. In this moment, it doesn't matter if your neighbor has the same insurance you do. In this moment, what matters is that your independent insurance agent and the company that stands behind them have you covered. Auto Owners Insurance, the no-problem people. Visit Andrews O'Neill & Lowe in Archbold, Bryan, or Wasion, or online at andrewsoneillandlowe.com.
Community Federal Credit Union, you get rewarded big for the things you buy most, like triple points on gas and groceries. Midwest Community Visa Platinum Rewards cardholders earn triple rewards points every time they purchase gas and groceries with no cap on the number of points they can earn. And unlike many other rewards cards, we don't require logins and signups to choose your rewards categories. No hassles, just rewards. To learn more, visit midwestcommunity.org/rewards.
When you're inside this winter, you want to not only be warm, but also have great indoor air quality. Well, Stark's Plumbing and Heating Services features it all with Lennox and iWave. iWave safely treats the air throughout your home, plus kills mold, bacteria, and viruses. It also reduces odors from pets and cooking, reduces allergens, smoke, static electricity, and dust in the air. And best of all, no maintenance, no bulb, no other parts to replace. Check out Stark's celebrating their 50th anniversary at starksphs.com or phone toll-free 1-800-329-4040.
Jason Deach Collision and Customs is Northwest Ohio's largest trailer dealer with over 300 trailers in stock, from 53-foot race trailers and custom toter homes to open deck car trailers, dump trailers, landscape trailers, and equipment trailers. But they don't just sell trailers, they service them, add options, and do repairs on any brand. Because they're racers themselves, they know how to build the trailer right for your racing needs. Stop by their Edgerton location or shop 24/7 at jasondeachtrailersales.com. If you can dream it, they can build it at Jason Deach Collision and Customs.
Welcome back out here to Stryker, where the Panthers have knocked off Pettisville and kept them from getting a share of the championship tonight with a 41-34 win. Tyler Willis, congratulations on the win tonight. I want to start on the defensive end. I mean, Caden Jacoby got his. He got 19 tonight. You guys, I thought, still did a pretty good job on him, even with getting the 19. I'll let you talk more about what it's like, or what your kids say it's like guarding him, but then nobody else hurt you from the field. You hold Pettisville to 13 of 45 from the field. That was a big, and then finishing in a lot of possessions by rebounding the basketball. Talk about that end of the floor.
Right. I mean, Jacoby, you got to give the kid credit. That was our focus, and that's everybody's focus, and he still gets his 19, 20 points a game. And you know, the kid's quick and he's tall and he knows how to move, and he's a good shooter. And so, I mean, I don't know how many free throws he had, but that's where he got the majority of them, was on the free throw line, because, you know, he's big. And you know, I thought we did a really good job. You know, Peyton Chakofsky and Elijah Juilliard, you know, they did a really good job on him. Our game plan was not to let him have it, and, you know, they did a decent job. And when he got it, we had our help that we were supposed to. And those guards, man, they helped, and then they got recovered and didn't allow the other guys to get open shots. So they did such a good job on that tonight. And, you know, the rebounding battle, you know, we wanted it tonight, and that's a big key, especially when you go against Pettisville, because they crashed the glass so hard, and that was the difference in that second quarter. You know, we got up to a lead in that second quarter. They came back to within 4 there at halftime, and it was because we were not boxing out the guards. We did a good job in Jacoby, but those guards are scrappy, and they do not give up. And
Tyler, expand on that a little bit. I thought the defensive effort by your kids tonight was outstanding. Defensively, obviously, when Jacoby touched the ball, we were seeing double teams, even triple teams at time, and I think everyone focuses their attention on that. There's a couple of guys that got to cover 3 or 4 guys on their own. I mean, I thought team defensively, what you did tonight was outstanding.
Yeah, agreed. And we work on that a lot, you know, and that's what we wanted to do all the way from the start of the season is, you know, if we need to be able to double somebody, we know how to, you know, scramble and make sure we're getting the hands in the shooters, and then everybody's scrambling. And they did a great job of that. When they left him, they were finding somebody and they were sprinting to that spot to get him. And, you know, the kids, they work so hard. I'm so proud of them. I'm so happy for them because, you know, you preach all the time about, hey, work hard, good things happen. Good things happen in life. And then, you know, when they get to have a big win like this on senior night with this amazing crowd that we had, you know, I love to be able to point to, you know, if you work hard, good things will happen. Not all the time, you know, but darn it, you keep doing it and they will come.
So, offensive end, 14 of 29 yourself, so pretty efficient. I know too many turnovers probably for your liking, but you get 2 in doubles, your guards. That's probably the best. At the same time, we've seen your 2 guards play together this year in Donovan and Cadwell, and then I thought Levi Barnum was terrific on both ends. He was basically doubles. He had 9 tonight as well. So efficient offensively. Maybe talk a little bit about those kids.
Yeah, I mean, I told you our pregame talk there how much Cadwell and Donovan have grown up, and you know, from the first game to this game, it was similar that we had a lead, but then we never held it, and they ended up beating us by 8 that first game. Well, now this game, you know, they were able to understand what they have to do, not turn the ball over, you know, make the free throws when they came to it. And then Levi Barnum, I mean, the kid's been with me for 3 years, and I love the kid to death because he'll guard the biggest guy. He got switched on Jacoby a couple times, but then he'll bring the ball up for us, run the offense for us, you know, and that was impressive of what Levi did and those 2 guards. And then Mateo Villanueva comes in and gets a huge steal there in that fourth quarter to put us up. We got a steal and a bucket there. And they just played really good team defense, and then they executed on the offensive end when they needed to.
And you said, well, I asked you, we're not going to win a championship tonight, but we want to make sure no pictures are taken on our home floor tonight by Pettisville. Spoken like a Stryker grad, now the Stryker coach and everything else, this rivalry. But it's such a fun rivalry.
It is.
It feels like every game I've been here for to see you guys play, it's a 1 or 2 possession game, and that's the way rivalry should be.
That's exactly, and it's clean. There's no shoving and pushing or any extracurricular after that. The Pettisville kids are great kids. Their coaches are great guys. We can talk after this and be just fine. Maybe not tomorrow, but the next day. The next day. But the kids are great. They're all good kids, and we respect them. We don't come over here or we don't see them, and we have all the respect in the world in Pettisville. But our kids wanted this one. They did not want pictures this year taken here, and that's all right. And they didn't, and that was their focus. They brought it up to me. They said, "Coach, we don't want pictures taken. That was embarrassing." And so they came out and they fought and clawed and did everything they could.
Thanks for the time, Tyler. Good luck against Evergreen in your finale next Saturday, right?
Yep.
Next Saturday, the 19th.
Saturday,
and then best of luck against Emmanuel Baptist or Emmanuel Christian now in the opening round of tournament. If you see Pettisville again, that'll be a good thing for both because you're both in the sectional final.
Yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
I would be okay with that. I would be okay with that. So, and I hope that happens because I hope the best for Pettisville, but we got to take care of business versus Emmanuel first. And that's going to be a tough matchup. They're quick and they're explosive, and we got to be able to handle the pressure a little bit better than what we did tonight. But we're going to work. We're going to work over the next 11 days and make sure we're ready to go.
Well, there you go. Go enjoy senior night with the rest of your kids. Congrats on the win tonight.
Appreciate it. Thank you guys so much.
Tyler Woolis, head coach of the Stryker Panthers, as they win this one tonight. They go to 9-12, and they finish above 500 in the BBC at 4-3. And Eden has kept things in play. They defeat Fayette tonight, 43-32. So Eden wins 43-32. The North Central final was 71-42. So congratulations to North Central. They have their piece of a championship at least. Eden still can get a share. They got to beat Hilltop in a game we'll have next Friday night. I know we're sitting here and know that Hilltop just has a win or two on the season, but it's never easy. You still have to go play and you still have to win it.
And you give a team like that has not had the season that they wanted to, you give them a reason. I mean, it's tough sometimes to find. I mean, you should go out there and want to play your best just because you only get a handful of these. But you give a team like Hilltop a reason to go out there. Yep. I'm not saying one thing or another, but I'm just saying, I mean.
It's why we play them, right?
That's exactly right.
That's why we play them. So let's wrap up the numbers and awards here tonight. Jacob Cadwell finishes with a team high 14 on the night. Michael Donovan 10, Levi Barnum 9, Elijah Juilliard with 3, Mateo Villanueva 2, Peyton Shikoffy 2, and Tavon Harris had 1 tonight. Leading scorer held to 1, and Stryker still won the game this evening. Caden Jacoby, a game high 19 tonight in the win. Jarrett Beck finished with 6, Joey Ripke 5, Zakai Kaufman 2, Sean Adkins 2. You may have heard us say it, but Stryker 14 of 29 from the field, 0 for 5 from the three-point line. Pettisville held to 13 of 45 shooting, just 1 of 15 shooting threes. At the free throw line, also a big factor tonight. Stryker 13 of 20. Pettisville 7 of 9 shooting free throws tonight, Adam.
Rebounding a +5 advantage on the boards for Stryker here tonight. Caden Jacoby, game high 11, led the way for Pettisville, and Elijah Juilliard had 6 to lead Stryker. Turnover numbers, Panthers with 17, Pettisville with just the 9.
Well, Adam, we've come to that point where we hand out our American Family Insurance MVP, who will be getting a Compass Cafe pizza certificate. Who do you like tonight for that MVP role?
Boy, so many of the kids contributed for Stryker, and I know that's a cop-out, but it is true here tonight. I mean, it was a team win by far, but I think the game you got out of Jacob Cadwell here tonight, Andy, team high 14 points to go with 5 rebounds for his effort. They all played well defensively here tonight, and what they were able to do on both ends of the floor, I think Cadwell was a big reason why he kind of spearheaded that effort, and I thought he's player of the game worthy here tonight.
I would agree. So Jacob Cadwell, our American Family Insurance MVP, getting a Compass Cafe certificate, good for a pizza at the Compass Cafe. Best play tonight from Best One Tire and Service.
How about this? A little under 4 minutes to go. Stryker had gone to the four corners, and they were starting to work the clock a little bit. They had back-to-back possessions of turnovers. Then the third time down the floor, they do it. They get the backdoor cut off a double team. They broke the double team. They got the backdoor cut to Juilliard. It's a 5-point game. Juilliard misses the layup, but didn't pout, didn't look for a foul, just turned around, fought for the rebound, went right back up and get it, put them up by 7. Oh, it was a huge play of the game because you're looking at now, Pettisville goes down and gets a bucket then. It's a one-possession game with the good 3 minutes to go. I thought that play really stood out to me late, and we've loved what Elijah Juilliard has done in the games that we've seen Stryker this year.
Absolutely. So, North Central wins at least a share of the title. Do they get it outright? They would need a huge Hilltop win next week in Eden over the Bombers. An Eden win would mean that Eden and North Central would share the title. Meanwhile, the rest of the leagues in our immediate area decided. Wayne Trace, your GMC champs. Swanton, your NWOAL champs. Ottawa Glandorf, your WBL champs. Tomorrow night, it's number 1 Antwerp in Eden, a rematch of the 49 Classic title game. And an interesting matchup there of style of play and tempo, and you know, Eden's kids are going to be fired up. Number 1 coming to their place. It's a senior night over there as well tomorrow night. Before that, I should mention a makeup game tomorrow afternoon in girls hoops. Eden at North Central, a game we were supposed to have on Thursday, February 3rd. That's tomorrow on the air, probably around 2 or so with the pregame there. But Adam, Antwerp, Eden boys tomorrow night.
Well, for Matt Ripke and the Bombers, big-time meaningful games from here on out. Antwerp tomorrow night, the league title possibility the following week. Then the tournament was about 2 months ago, a little under 2 months ago. They played over at Eden, and we thought, and we talked to Coach Ripke about this, they gave them about 2.5, almost 3/4 of really solid basketball. You're going to find out because Antwerp's playing as well as they have all year long.
They're clicking
right now. Exactly. They're a handful for everybody at this stage of the game. We'll see what Eden's got for them. That ought to be an interesting one. I think you'll have fun tomorrow night.
Congratulations to Stryker tonight as they win on their senior night. Our final, Stryker 41, Pettisville 34. Your Midwest Community Federal Credit Union scoreboard show starts now on B-Rock Sports.